Hello, Warning Army. Do I say it? Welcome back to the channel once again. Yeah, it's been a kind of a warning week so far, and I just go through my list, and it's just full of warning stuff to be watched, and I just have to record everything. I think I once said that I will do a reaction to everything that Warning releases, and yeah, huge effort. I don't even know how many Warning related videos I've done, but there's a full playlist for it. I don't know, it just they just keep coming up with so much stuff that no one has time to do everything. But earlier this week I took a look for a few interviews, and this one is another interview with the RIFF magazine. Yeah, 5 months ago, when they were opening into Foo Fighters. When this came out 5 months ago, and now it's almost end of the year, so it will be also interested to watch back a few months old, like an interview, what they have planned, and now we already know how the plans have worked out, or something like that. Let's just go ahead and start watching the video.
I just, how are you feeling at this point? You're on the road, you're playing shows. Does it feel like it's all kind of, finally in motion now?
Yes, it feels so good to finally be on the Mayday tour because, as you said, it's been rescheduled like 3 times. And most of all, we're so grateful for the people who are here finally also, because between canceling and rescheduling a lot of shows, a lot of the original people who plan to come are still here. So that, I think, that is so great. It is only a second date, so we are super, super pumped. Not like entirely like exhausted yet, but we're still going to be super pumped in every single city. And we're excited to be here. We've never been to Berkeley, California in general. So excited to see how people rock.
Right. Now, the last...
What does her pause shirt is saying? Erkele. Which is all, I don't recognize the... is it Berkeley? The university. But there is a Finnish swear word, perkele. And just something caught my eye. Perkele.
Last time we talked, you guys have been very busy since then. I think Choke had just come out then. It was just kind of getting going. So you've been doing so much since then. The new single Money is out now. How did that song come about? Was that in the Mayday process? How did that sort of develop?
Okay, so I guess I'll answer it. Money was written with all the other songs that we recorded for the Mayday EP. And it was kind of like a surprise single for us as well. But we're very excited that it's finally out and that people are liking it. And to be playing it live now, it feels like a dream come true, honestly, to be releasing new music and to finally be able to play it live in our headlining tour here in the US. It's pretty exciting.
And a big year ahead, really. I mean, you've got festivals, you're playing with Hailstorm, with 3 Days Grace, just all these amazing bands. Is there an aspect of that you're most excited for, or just to be able to play with these bands that I'm sure you all look up to and have listened to for so long?
Playing with the bands that we look up to, we're super incredibly excited. And also, after 2 years of not being able to do this, we're on 100% of energy to tour and see everything. Plus, most of these places we've never been to before. So it's an extra plus to the excitement to get to know each and every one of these places, its people, and actually start visiting our fans where they live. So that it's amazing for us.
Now, you just played a massive show with Foo Fighters in Mexico. We'll talk about Taylor Hawkins in a minute, but the show itself, that had to be just a huge moment for all of you.
It was. I remember, and I get chills. There was a lot of people. It was in our country and the biggest arena, stadium.
Yeah,
Is it? I know the word in Spanish. I don't know what it.
It's basically the biggest stage in our country. We were just so excited, and we hadn't played in Mexico City in a while, and to be opening for the Foo Fighters, which is a band that has inspired us when we started and throughout our whole careers, and just to be able to be in that stage with them, it was just like this dream come true. It was amazing.
And you posted a little bit of this on social media. Was kind of your interaction with the band and them kind of rooting you on. And I think it was right before they were going on stage. Just what was the interaction with the band like, and what they had to say?
It was very short, but it was amazing. We just wanted to wish them luck on their way to the stage.
I saw
Our
that
green
one.
room was right there, and Dave Grohl literally came back. He saw us and he's like, "Oh, before I head to the stage, let me say congratulations." And I was just like, "That's amazing." He gave each of us a high five. And he gives a very strong high five. It was amazing. And then Taylor just screamed like, "You guys were amazing!" And then headed to the stage. It was just amazing.
And now specifically to Taylor Hawkins, I mean, that was, you played probably, I think you were the last band to open for them with him as drummer. I mean, for you as a drummer, I mean, did you look up to him? Was he a kind of a, someone you took influence from as a drummer?
Yes, definitely. And it was very shocking, I feel like, for all of us. Like, we had just met him 10 days before, and it was like, it really left us heartbroken and shocked. But I feel very fortunate that we were able to meet him and see him play live. I had never seen him play live, but he was just absolutely amazing and mind-blowing. And he is an example to follow. And he's an inspiration for the rest of my career. Yes, exactly.
And now another project you were part of was the Metallica Blacklist. Not only appearing on there, I mean, no pressure, you're the first song on the album.
Yes!
And I think it's really cool what you did with the song. I mean, it's such an iconic song. It's, everyone knows Enter Sandman. It's such a familiar riff. And you really, you spin it, you took a 180 on it and sort of took it in a total different direction. How did that, did that come together in the studio? How did you kind of game plan what that was going to sound like?
Okay, the process to for this entire song was so fast. It was done everything writing, arranging, recording, mixing, and mastering was done in a week. All of it. I know.
And it wasn't only us, but we had to do this arrangement and start seeing what we wanted and have these conversations with Alessia,
who was in Canada.
With her.
So we were in Mexico, she was in Canada, and our producer Matt Squire was in Mexico with us. He traveled all the way here, and we took some risks with the song. Definitely, we were so scared too, because honestly, the instructions were you can make a cover, you can do anything you want with it, just stick to the lyrics. We're just okay, but how do you change Enter Sandman? It's such a thin line that you do not want to cross. So it was a very, very cool experience. And I think the most important thing for us was to mix Alessia's essence and our rock essence, as well as the warning, and have this, honor Metallica moments to still, include them in the whole sound. So I love that we close with the riff, the original riff, to just yes, Metallica, thank you for this song and this album.
I was going to say, I mean, it builds from that bridge that has sort of, all the kind of dramatic vocal harmonies. It builds to that big moment and then brings in the riff at the end. It just, it takes it's so powerful in taking the song home. So
thank you so much.
It hits. So now hitting the road here, do you mentioned a little bit, you got to see a little bit of Berkeley today. So do you get to experience the cities you're in? What is a day like for the Warning on the road?
Well, it depends.
At least in the past, we hadn't really done this before. We just arrived at the city, we stayed in the hotel, and then we went to the venue, and that was it. But for this tour, since we didn't leave our house for 2 years straight, we kind of want to see the places that we're going to. So maybe if it's just walking around the area that we're in, or eating something that's iconic from that place or something of the sort. But we're trying to get into the spirit of each place that we visit.
Not all out touristing, let's go to the 20-minute drive to whatever. But we try to see as much as we can and enjoy the places where we are.
And we've only been on tour for 2 days.
Yes.
But that's what we're trying to do.
So maybe you too early in the tour for this, but last time we spoke, we talked about you also have the songs that you sing in Spanish, a pair of those. So when you play to U.S. audiences, have you found that they're learning the words also and singing those songs back as well?
Yes, they do. I love to see them singing, and they're like, yes. But especially our Spanish songs, they do have some singable parts that are just sort of like nana or whoa, whoa,
So
whoa,
it's
whoa.
funny to hear like the volume change.
Yes.
The crowd.
When the parts come on that they can sing, so it's just like yes.
But
I
it's really
love
nice to like feel that your music also like crosses language barriers, and that it's like even though they don't fully understand what we're saying, like they still feel it. It's a really cool feeling. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
I was joking on the way up.
Actually, I love the Spanish songs, and it's funny. I've been practicing a bit just because of the warning, like a little bit of Spanish here and there, and yeah, actually trying to play Martirio as well. Oh my God, my pronunciation is, and I get confused all the time. It's a language that I have like never speaked, and really hard for me. Like usually in Finland, as people speak, or they not necessarily speak, but they have a certain kind of knowledge of English language. It's in our school systems as well as Sweden. You can take Spanish classes if you want. Everything is free to study, but yeah, I didn't take any Spanish courses back in the day. I should have taken those, but I will try to learn it as I go on this road with the warning. And even I was doing or playing the Amour, and that song has like French in it, and holy hell, that was another tough one. And yeah, my ex-girlfriend actually was from Belgium, and she spoke French, and she tried her best to teach me words here and there, but I'm not really a very good guy. I don't have the language head. If someone's like she, for example, she can speak like Japanese and Chinese and French, Finnish, learn Finnish language in a year or something, and nuts. I couldn't do that, and yeah, I can't even remember why I started talking about this, but
Up here that I put Mercurio into Google Translate, and you see what the like. It's probably roughly American version of the lyrics, and like, this is a heavy song.
Yes. Yes, it is. I don't know what to say about that, but it is.
In Spanish, it probably sounds a bit nicer.
A bit.
Because I'm thinking about the lyrics, and it probably does have a really weird translation.
So yeah.
Yes. It's so weird how you can like it happens to me too with languages that I don't know, and I hear a song and I'll be like just like singing it however I can, and then get to see the lyrics and I'm like, whoa, this is what I was singing.
Now, as we mentioned before, it's a very busy year. You guys are.
it would be awesome to see the girls trying to sing something in Finnish, or say something in Finnish at least. As you know, Finnish is I've heard that it's one of the most hardest language to learn. We have so many like different letters, and all the pronunciation, and how the like the in which order the words are in Finnish language is like totally different from English, for example, and sometimes it messes with your head when you try to well, if I'm trying to talk here and sometimes I just have to think certain words in Finnish or something, and then I get really messed up, and I'm sure it shows sometimes, but yeah.
You guys are on the road for months here. What does, I guess, kind of the rest of the year look like? Any recordings on the way, or pretty much just hitting the road here?
The next of the year looks like no tacos for us. We're not going back to Mexico. No, we are. But yeah, we're going to be on tour a lot. And no recordings as of right now. We're focusing on playing our music live, getting to share our energy with everyone that we haven't been able to see for the last 2 years.
Yeah, so I feel like for the rest of the year, it's just going to be playing live and playing live and more playing live, basically.
Maybe more music. We don't know.
Ooh, we don't know.
You know.
Because we still have the rest of the EP to, the rest of the album to release.
She's totally right. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
it's very important.
It's a very important part. So yes, definitely.
A few songs in your back pocket.
Before they answer, I know there is songs left over from the album and new songs on the way, and unfortunately, well, we have to wait a long time, I assume, when finally we get. They just released the second half of the album, well, but quite recently, and but they have to do what they have to do, and on the tour, think about this week, what I've talked in this videos, and what the girls are talking about the song making and all that, and being on tour now. It will be like really a cool thing to see what kind of songs the future brings, because they are now influenced by everything they like see and hear and experience on the tour. So that will have an effect on the songs as well, I assume. But we shall see in the future. But really interesting.
Get ready to unleash. So you have played some festivals already. Was it Louder Than Life? In Florida?
Welcome to Rock.
Welcome to Rock. That's it.
Yes.
So in playing those, and playing with Metallica, and talking with I think Disturbed. You guys hung out with at one of the venues. Have you found some of these bands that have been doing it forever? Really kind of supportive and interested in what you all are doing?
Yes, we actually met the Disturbed band. We had met John Moyer back. It's a crazy story.
Yeah,
we met him in our hometown. It was totally random. But yes, they're all super nice. They're all very supportive, and we love that. We feel a lot more included in the music industry scene now that we're just kind of popping in, saying hi, playing a show here and there. We're like, yes, here we are.
And it's really nice that when we open for these bands or when we start meeting these people, to feel supported, because we're a really young band, and we're from Mexico as well. So sometimes it can be a little bit ooh, okay, what's up? But people are usually very supportive and very enthusiastic about what we're doing, and it's rock and roll. Everyone's really into it.
Yes.
Yeah. Now.
I love how humble they are. Still, they've been doing this 10 years, and I'd say they have achieved a huge amount in every scale if you try to measure it, and they're still so humble. And we're just this little band, and in a big world, in a kind of they are, but at that age, if when I was in my 20s, and we got a show which wasn't in our home town or village, and we went to I don't know, 100 miles from our hometown. And we were the best band in the world, in our opinion, was that. And I would think that we weren't humble in any way. We were the biggest rock band in the world, and sometimes it's like it kind of feels like in a certain way in rock band you need to have that arrogance to be able to be in a rock band, but it only should be shown when you're performing, and have nothing to do like what do you think out when you're not playing. Like you should always be humble, and if you have achieved something or some certain stage in anything, not only with music but in everything you do, you must stay humble, and everything can be changed like just like that. It can be anything, like a disease or I don't know, death in a family or whatever, or the audience just like there are a lot of like Finnish artists that have been big back in the day, acted a certain way, and now they have nothing, and no people have no interest in their music anymore, and that sort of thing. Stay humble, and perhaps the audience will keep up with you, and never act. You never should act like a total idiot, which we, at least here in Finland, there are a few artists that act that way. So, and their career has gone down from the toilet. So, stay humble.
Close out on kind of a light note. Second day back on the road. So when you're on tour, for each of you, what's the one thing you need during the day just to keep you sane on tour that you just have to have?
To keep us sane, I think
it's pretty easy. My headphones. Yeah.
Me too. My headphones.
Wait, wasn't the question what do we eat?
No.
It can be. It can
My
be.
brain went directly to food.
No, my headphones as well. Listening to music.
No, I mean not necessarily. I would go with food. I was just like,
Or
food makes me
taking,
happy.
Like, naps.
Taking naps.
Naps
Those
are
are important.
I'll go with fruit or something extremely spicy, just like some hot Cheetos or something.
Hot Cheetos, naps, and headphones, and the tour's good
That's
to go.
it.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you, all three of you, for taking a few minutes. Have a great show tonight in Berkeley.
Thank you.
Hey, another thing. I love hot Cheetos. I like everything hot, especially in summertime. Actually, I heard that people living in warm countries, like Mexico, for example, that when you eat spicy food, you don't get affected by the heat so much. And I try to, when we have a heat wave here in Finland, I always try to eat something spicy. I don't know if there is any truth in that, but anyways, just wanted to say, like Danny, I like things hot. And awesome interview once again. Tiny bits of insights, like how to co-op in the tour. Watching these interviews in a row, it might seem like, or you recognize that many of the questions are quite similar to each other, like the interviewers are asking the same questions a lot of times, and that's why I actually keep doing this with you guys, because every now and then there is something just a little bit more when the interviewer asks something new, and then you have a little piece of new information on your hands that makes all the difference. And I just like to hear the girls talk, and the tour life is really something that interests me as well. Always nice to hear how to stay sane on tour. But yeah, it's totally different kind of approach on being on tour that I have used to. But like the world has changed even within the 20 years. Nowadays, even in Finland, all the shows are much earlier, like around 10. They used to be like after midnight or something. By that time, all the band members were totally drunk. Audience is way too drunk, and yeah, nowadays people don't even drink so much alcohol. All the young people, because yeah, they have demonized alcohol as well, and yeah, but it's a good. I think it's a good thing. It's more like a more work related nowadays. The touring that I don't know, or maybe I'm just getting too old. When you were 20 years old, you could easily go up with all the non-musical things on tour, but nowadays it just don't work. But yeah, awesome interview, awesome insights, and every time it makes me think of my past and think of my future, and I love that. They take me back in my memories, and they like give you kind of advice towards your future as well, if you know what to listen to, or I don't know, something like that. But anyways, thanks for watching, and yeah, it seems like there are so many things on my list with the warning, so probably tomorrow as well a warning video out there. Which one you will see tomorrow, so take care, much love, and enjoy your I don't know which day this is coming out, so I will just say enjoy your day. So see you tomorrow, take care.